Are you sick and tired that your knife simply won't cut it? Do you have one of these at home? I will show you today why it should be hands down your best friend. Missing that crisp feel? Check out this video. I'll show you how to bring it back. So one of the things that we always think of when we purchase a knife or we have a knife at home is how to have it sharp, how to get it sharp, and how to keep it sharp. Realistically speaking, every single knife in the kitchen will require to get sharpened at one point or another. That said, a honing rod is completely different than sharpening. Honing rods have come a long way since we've seen one of these. We probably have one still laying around in one of those wooden blocks that was probably offered to us as a gift. Probably contains like 20 knives in there that we never use, but hey, it comes with a rod. Also called as a steel because it's made out of steel traditionally. And back in the days, one of these was actually great for knives that have a soft edge. You know, the traditional knives that you would have in every single kitchen or at home with a soft edge, the ones that don't hold a good edge, the ones that don't stay sharp forever, come with one of these. Things have evolved and we've moved on. We no longer want one of these. We truly want one of these. The difference between the two is that the old school steel is made from material that is extremely hard, and those little ridges that are here tend to microchip the actual edge when you use it on a performant knife, such as harder steels. I try to sell one of these to almost every client, and truly this is not like selling a belt with a pair of jeans. This truly makes a difference. When you have the right rod combined with the right knife, it truly makes the world of a difference. I love these on any kind of knives that have harder steel, such as Japanese knives. The old school ones that are more traditional to the Western knives that we see in commercial kitchens, we can probably still use them on one of these. However, the benefit of having one made out of ceramic is that it's going to give the edge a better polish and a better finish rather than ripping the actual steel. Now, we need to keep in mind that the goal of one of these rods is not to sharpen the actual knife. As you use your knife, you will notice that the edge of your blade will microscopically, is that how you say it? So it's going to become slightly crooked, almost like a microscopic snake. The goal of the actual steel is that when you pass the knife on the steel, is that it's going to bring it back to straight. And this is going to bring back the crisp missing in your knife when you're trying to cut a tomato, a pepper, or some sort of, you know, even like a potato, for an example, trying to go through a piece of skin and it's just not rocking through. Passes a few strokes on the ceramic honing rod and you're back into action. The rod will do the trick for several weeks or several months until eventually you will definitely need to sharpen your knife. The difference between honing your knife and sharpening your knife is that one of them is going to bring back the edge to being straight rather than giving it a new angle, a new V like this. You know what? Let me show you how to use one of these because in a few seconds you can do it yourself at home and it's super easy. Now, let's get started with honing. I will show you the easiest way that you can use a honing rod without necessarily hurting yourself, without being an expert. Do it yourself with ease at home. One of the first things that you need to know is if you're using a softer steel knife or if ever you're using a hard steel knife, because that's going to change the angle that we're going to use when we're going to be honing the actual blade. The rods that we sell are designed with two angles. You will see here one guide and here another guide. This is a wide guide and this is a narrow guide. The narrow guides are designed to give you the plus or minus approximately a 15-degree angle on a blade such as this. Traditionally, you're looking at approximately 40 millimeter in height, 40 to 45 millimeter of height for the actual heel. For these types of knives that have a softer steel, the old school knives, we will flip it around and use the wider angle. So putting my finger here, putting the blade, and as you can see, this is my honing angle for a soft steel. If I have a hard steel such as this, I will flip it around for the narrow angle, and this is going to be my angle. So I take a look what the alignment looks like, and I will start with 5 to 10 passes going down. And after 5 to 10 passes, I will feel with my finger to see if it feels satisfactory. If it's not catching or anything like that, hopefully it has not brought a burr on one side or anything like that, and the edge feels even. Then we're gonna grab a tomato or potato whatsoever and try to cut with it. Does it feel good or does it not? If it didn't do the trick, grab your rod once again, pass it another few even strokes on each side. So this is it, guys. It's as easy as that. Grab the honing rod, select your angle, and go ahead. A few strokes on one side, a few strokes on the other side. It's going to realign the edge. You should be back in action in no time. Once you feel that the honing rod is no longer doing the trick, then you know that it's time to get it sharpened. And once again, keep in mind that sharpening and honing are two different things. Don't get them mixed up. You hone it as you need it, and once the honing no longer does the trick, bring it to a sharpener and get that V back into action. Hope this video helped you out. Thank you very much for watching. Give it a thumbs up, give it a thumbs down, and consider subscribing if you liked the video. Until next time, thank you very much.